Hello everybody, this is 50 plus minus 1. Dubiest of the dubious, that's you and I, 50 plus. So we have my first student has moved on to another truck to complete the rest of her hours. She's right at 48 hours, so she's almost at the point of doing the phase where they're team driving, and she did a really good job. She handled the truck really well. She held the lanes real good. We did some practice backings. I like to do those first when we go to a parking lot at the truck stop, and during the middle of the day where there's not a lot of trucks there, and then back into the lanes without having there being any pressure, to not hit anything. And she put it right in every time. She did a fantastic job with that. I run from Denver to Salt Lake and back again from Salt Lake to Denver on a Costco dedicated run, and we go through some pretty good weather changes, and snow ain't for her, and the terrain isn't quite what she wanted to deal with. And I completely understand driving through the mountains, driving in snow, those kind of things. To some people it's just not going to fit. And so she's going back to Texas, and she's going to get on a truck there. I believe she'll be starting up again either today or tomorrow, which is fantastic, and I'm glad for her, because she's right there. She's she's got about 25% of it done, and we had a good time, and she learned a lot, and I learned a lot from her, and it was good. So kudos to her, and I bet she'll be burning fuel here pretty soon. So that means my passenger seat is available to you. So if you're on my list and you are in the either in the Denver area or the Salt Lake area, and you want to be my next student, then let me know. I'm hoping to pick up a student either Monday or Tuesday. So email me at 50plusTruckerTalk@gmail.com. Now 50, put the numbers 50, spell out PLUS, truckertalk@gmail.com. Also, you need to let the whoever's in charge of that at the terminal that you're doing your school, let them know, and let's see if we can arrange it. So what to expect and what to bring on your mentor's truck. Now this doesn't just solely speak on my truck, okay? This is any mentor's truck you're gonna go on, okay? You don't want to bring more than 2 bags, a duffel bag and a backpack. And in the backpack, you're gonna basically just use that as your shower bag. You're gonna keep stuff in there that you're gonna take, you're gonna grab and take to the shower with you, okay? And then the other one, you're gonna put your array of clothing and goodies that you're gonna need to survive for that 5 weeks or so. Somehow, so a lot of guys getting the impression that you should bring like 8 changes of clothes. I don't know where you're gonna be able to put 8 changes of clothes. I don't get it. No, 8 changes of clothes is not gonna work. Okay, and I can tell you right now, if your mentor has an international with those small cabinets, I don't know. He don't have enough room for his clothes, and he don't have enough under space under the bunk. He don't even have enough underspace for his stuff or her stuff, let alone you bring in, 3 bags of your own stuff. It's not going to work. So be conservative and try to get 1 bag. And the next thing is, every day when you wake up, all of the stuff that you have needs to go back in your bag, and then it has to be secured, because as your stuff is on the top bunk, and as you're driving down the road and the truck's doing this, boop, boop, bam, and right to the ground it goes, and God forbid it hits you in the head while you're driving, or hit your mentor in the head while he's in the passenger seat. It can happen, and it's because you bring in too much stuff or it's not secured. And somebody's going to go in there and say, well, there's netting on there. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not the real world. The real world is not that you're going to set that netting up every time to stop your stuff from falling. That's not going to, it ain't going to happen. So regardless of if the truck is set up with the netting or not, I've yet to see anybody use it. And it's just, it ain't going to happen. Not every day you're going to take that netting off, hook it up. Then when you're ready to go back up there, unhook it. And then when you get down, hook it back in. So we got to live real. We have to live in the real world. And note that these are things that's going to happen. So if you're going to have, say, 3, maybe 4 changes of clothing, then when it's time and you're at a truck stop overnight, you need to go in and use the laundry. If your mentor doesn't go to terminals, I do. Every day or every other day, more likely than not, we will be at a terminal. And you will get to a terminal often enough to shower. You'll get to the terminal often enough to wash your clothes and all that good jazz. But it doesn't matter if it was on my truck or somebody else's truck. Being conservative with the amount of space that you're going to be allotted by your mentor dictates that you pack light. Okay. The next thing is, here's a scenario for you. Let's say I come to your house for a visit, a couple of days, and ring the doorbell, ding dong, you open the door and I walk in and I say, hey man, house looks nice, but I watch a lot of cartoons. I watch them in the middle of the day, and the way you got your TV mounted on that wall, the sun is going to come through the window, reflect on that TV, and I'm not going to be able to enjoy my cartoon shows all day. So we're going to have to rearrange your living room so that it suits me. What would you say? Exactly. So keep that in mind when I tell you this. When you get on the mentor's truck, that's the mentor's truck. It's just like you don't want me coming into your living room telling you how to run your house, arrange your furniture, and do things the way I want you to do in your house. You're not going to get on that mentor's truck and tell them how they're going to run, or tell them how when they're going to stop, and what the new schedule is going to be now, when you need to go to the stores, or when you need to get it up. That's not how it works. That's not. I mean, the mentor has a way that he runs. Okay, and you can talk to the mentor before you get on his truck and say, or these things that you think that you have to have will be made available to you while you're on their truck. And if they say yes, okay, how often do you stop here? How often do you stop there? When do you go over there? When you go, all this good stuff. And then, hopefully you can make that work. Now, you also have to understand, if the person tells you, hell no, I eat at truck stops, or, out of vending machines. I don't go to supermarkets, and I don't go to restaurants, and I don't stop at truck stops that got the the nice restaurant, tell them nope, I just keep on running. That person may not be for you. Okay, so say it, to whoever. I don't know that we're going to be able to do a month together, so do something different. Let somebody know. If you don't smoke, or you have an issue with somebody using profanity or whatever, you need to say what it is. It's going to be a deal-breaking situation. Okay, and say it up front and let them know so they can put you with somebody that you're going to be able to get along with. But if you think that you're going to get into a mentor's truck and change them, and that you have rights, like you being, I don't know, you just believe that the world should conform to you. You got a right for the world to be conforming to you. Then it probably ain't gonna work out in nobody else's truck. Period. It's just not how it works. Okay? Just like you don't want me coming in your house telling you to rearrange your furniture the way I want your furniture. I got a right for your furniture to be the way I say it should be. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. That's not how it's gonna work. I'm telling you right now. You're going to have a bad time in your mentor's truck if you go in that truck expecting to do things your way. Now, because there's two people in the truck now, the mentor will have to make some concessions. And he realizes he's going to have to make some concessions. And that's the reason he gets compensated for what he does. I mean, if you have a person on your truck that, I don't know, maybe scared to sleep on a high bunk or something. Shit, I don't know. Maybe you'll let them sleep on a lower bunk. I don't know. But I'm just using that as an example. But we have to understand as a mentor that, we gotta have to, pull over when somebody else has to be. Okay, we're gonna have to do things a little different sometimes than we would normally have to do them. But those things should not be on an every single day basis, and something different every single day new that this person needs to have done, or they're gonna die. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't. It doesn't work that way, and you'll start learning more and more and more about the trucking industry as a student and how it works. And if you believe that the industry is going to conform to you, you probably want to do something different. Okay, you're probably going to do something different, because this ain't, this may not work for you. Guys relieve themselves at 70 years old the same way they relieved themselves when they were 5 years old or 4 years old. Or that day they said, hey, I got a friend. From that day, the dudes peed everywhere. Ask their mama if they didn't pee in their face. The guy and the boys pee everywhere. And we pee in bottles in this truck. We pee on the side of the truck. We pee on trees. We pee on everything, just like we've always done since the dawn of day. That's just it. We have that freedom. Women, on the other hand, have to be a little bit more conservative with where they do it, because they are much more private creatures. However, this industry is a male-dominated industry. Not saying that women aren't welcome, because most definitely they are. But I'm just letting all the females out there know that if you end up with a male mentor, you may have to turn your head while you go outside, and we call it squirt the dirt, moisten the tires, or whatever we do. We try to find a little cubby hole where the whole earth ain't sin, and relieve ourselves when we get in the truck and keep rolling. So males tend to do things a little different, you know, and so the females that you guys know, you don't have to be asked to go squirt the dirt, you know, be on the tires or something like that. But I would advise females to bring something, so in an emergency type of situation, because we get into long stretches of road where you may not be able to stop. We get caught in traffic on long stretches of road, and then, you know, you get that nature calms. Once that traffic pull up, males, we can just pull over somewhere and, you know, handle our business. Yeah, it may be a little bit more involved for females. So this is what I suggest if I got here. And you can put this in your bags, ladies. This is a collapsible bucket that will fit in your bag. Okay, so if you happen to have a male mentor and that urge comes and you don't want to get out of the truck, ask him to please pull over. You have to use your little bucket, and he'll get out of the truck. He don't have to sit in the truck with you and you know, say, oh, just go back there and pull the curtain. You know, that may be a little bit uncomfortable for you. I ask you to be reasonable, because if it's raining outside, pouring down rain outside, you ask, hey, I want you to go stand in the rain while I sit in the truck and pee. You know, let's be reasonable. And mentors with females, be reasonable. And if it's not a dangerous situation, or you're not gonna go out there and catch the flu because you're getting, you know, this pouring down rain and all that, you know, give them some privacy so you can relieve yourself. It's things like this that makes it a little bit harder for females to get mentors, because there's not a whole lot of female mentors out there, and you end up with a male mentor, and a lot of males don't want to take female mentors for specific reasons of that nature. You know, they may not feel comfortable when those type of situations happen, but just have to be prepared for them, because we all do. We all got to, you know, we intake it, and then it's got to come out. Okay, so be prepared for that when you get ready to get on the mentor's truck. So again, back to whether or not any of you guys want to come and ride with me and let me be your mentor, I'd be happy to have you. Note, for the short little while, at least to the time that you would be on the truck, I'm going to be running the Costco dedicated run from Colorado, from Denver to Salt Lake, and then back from Salt Lake to Denver, and we go back and forth. And there's a series of mountains, and we got to climb them, and we got to go down the other side of them. That's how you do mountains. I mean, that's not a flat mountain. Okay, if the mountain is between you and your destination, you eventually ain't gonna go on flat ground. So you better be ready for that. Which is a good experience, by the way. And there's a fun little state called Wyoming, and Wyoming has done something to displease God, because, you know, that or it's a bunch of, you know, antelope farts or something going on over there that's jacked up the ozone. Because in Wyoming, you can drive 5 minutes you can leave Colorado and the sign say "Welcome to Wyoming," and in Colorado, sun shining, you know, women dancing in their sundresses and kids swinging on the swing and dance, barbecuing, and everybody's having a good time. And then you hit that sign say Wyoming, it's goddamn 40 minus degrees. And them same folks is standing outside with freezer coats on. Keep driving 10 more minutes, and they back against the sunshine. 90 degrees, and they barbecuing and dancing and shit. Drive 15 more miles, it's snowing. Drive 15 more miles, it ain't snowing. Sun shining. Wind blowing 65 miles an hour. So, guys, I need you to be ready for that if you're gonna drive with me. And it's gonna be a good experience. I'm gonna talk you through it. I do it every day. I'm still standing here. My truck's upright. So obviously I know how to do it. And I'm gonna talk you through it. And the good thing about that is you will get those experiences while on the truck and you have questions that someone can answer. If you decide that you don't want to go through those elements, God forbid that you ever end up in a situation where you're now caught in those elements and you don't know what to do. So, if you're willing to learn and have some fun, 50plusTruckerTalk@gmail.com. 50 plus, spell it out, P-L-U-S. The number 50 P-L-U-S TruckerTalk@gmail.com. And let's talk about it. Make sure that you are one of the UBS, that you are one that Autumn has put on my list, and we can see if we can't get you on the truck. Okay. All right. Here we go. Boop. Hey everybody, 50 Plus here. What do I do when my recruiter won't return my calls? They're lying to me. They don't have answers to the questions I'm asking. Problem is, once I get those questions, it's already too late. Industry standard. Once a recruiter has got you, they got you. You belong to them. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you my recruiter's information. Her name is Autumn, and if you're thinking about joining Swift, that's who I want you to contact. Give her a call. She's going to send you through the process. Eventually, you're going to wind up on a mentor's truck. When you get in that truck, you're going to be in that truck for 200 hours. For 200 hours, I want your phone in the bunk. If you're willing to do that, I'm going to send you a Blue Pirate headset. You need to let Autumn know 50 Plus sent you.